One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude.
Yellow. So today I have my hubby here, and we're going to talk about how we met. Hello, Snookums. I love him so much. Get closer. Okay. First, we need a sippy sippy. I forgot. Would you like one?
What the fuck is this?
So we met in a...
Helvis.
Tree.
No.
Coffee shop.
Thank you. We met in a coffee
gonna,
shop.
Oh, he's going to kill
I was
himself.
the barista. He was le customer. And of course, my barista name was Senorita
No, this
Awesome.
is satire.
What did he say to you?
No, it's
What
not.
would you like today?
So of course, he says, I want a coffee.
No.
What kind of coffee did you get?
No.
A hot one.
A hot one. Just like him and me. So I says to him, how hot would you like it?
I'm getting a little upset.
Hot enough.
Hot enough. And then after looking in his bluish eyes
I haven't
for
seen
about
these
40
people's
seconds, I
faces
couldn't
yet.
take it anymore, and I just went, And what did you do?
Nothing.
And that's how we started dating.
What the
That's also how I
fuck
got
is
fired from that
this?
coffee shop, but that's a different story. Put your arm around me. Just pretend.
What have you
I'm
done?
telling you, coffee shops, man. Me and this guy. Can somebody give me an awooga?
I'll give you a fucking shotgun.
So now you can see what they look like.
Oh, they're dolls.
Those
They're
are
like-
real humans.
No, I disagree. No,
look
I
at
strongly
the guy's
disagree.
eyes though. He's clearly going to kill himself.
He's dead inside already. This is satire.
Nah.
This has to be satire.
Nah, so that's a like TikTok couple
I don't doubt that.
that it clearly looks like he's not quite as into it as she is, and she thinks she's hilarious.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, I found that clip and it was captioned with someone being like, "That guy's gonna kill himself or her."
That's bizarre. That's like people make intentionally bad stuff and
Yeah,
then go,
but-
"Hey, they're really like this." That has to be one of those.
I can't tell. That guy looks like he's dead inside, and she looks like maybe my humor will revitalize him.
I don't know if anything's going to revitalize that boy.
Yeah, that looks like he's been promised some dick sucks he did not get.
Who fucking knows? Maybe she's sucking his dick, but she's doing the baby voice.
Yeah, the sippy sip.
Yeah, I'm going to have a little sippy sip. Fuck.
Welcome to Shut Up, Dude.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
We started it with some millennial courtship story just because I knew it would get under the bro's skin.
I did not like that.
Yeah, I wasn't intended that you would.
Yeah. If they were, if it was a real thing, if I believed that it was a real thing, I think I'd be pretty mad. But I'm judging that as satire.
Or even if it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Either way.
It's
if,
gone.
If
It can't
she's
hurt me
like,
now.
hey, sit down, I want to tell everyone how we met,
Yeah.
versus, hey, I've written a funny script.
I don't care what happens to these people, man.
I
if that
do. I
guy's
reckon
sad, that's okay.
Sterilized.
Fuck him.
They should be sterilized and stop making lame people.
Okay.
That dude, you can tell by the recording, that guy is going to kill her or him.
Let's keep an eye on them because I think
I'm gonna, because that guy's like, hashtag next Chris Benoit.
Oh God, I hope so.
So, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, what's up, Elvis?
I have
might
news.
I have news too, bro. Who wants to go first?
You go first. You go first.
Okay.
Okay, we get double points for Griffin Puff if we have doubled up on news. Like if both of us have to tell each other the same thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we haven't talked about our news
No,
before.
at all.
Here is what I have. A German man who received 217 COVID vaccinations.
Is fine.
He's fine. But that's not the funny part. The funny part is he got 217 COVID boosters. COVID's not that old. So he got 130 of these in a 9-month period, which means that's one every other day for 9 months, or just about 9 months. And he had to do it in secret through private practices. Oh, I'd love that, bro. I was reading about him in the Lancet Journal, which is a medical journal. So they found out eventually, I'm not sure how, that he'd been getting all these, he'd been super healthy, bro. He'd been getting all these shots. And they're like, dude, we have to study you. And he's like, yeah, okay. I like that actually. Go ahead and study, man.
He's got some right-wing relatives that he's proving wrong.
That's an interesting theory. It might be that he's got a weird kind of hypochondria or OCD or something.
No.
where-
He's got someone stole his missus, and they're a right-wing guy who thinks the vaccine's all shit. So
Yeah.
he's like, fuck, I'll show you all shit. And he's run off and got as many as he can every other day just to message that right-wing guy.
I'd
and be
love
like,
if it was that.
fuck, I
because
wish that.
I don't want to get to it too soon. The man appears to have suffered, this is via the BBC, the man appears to have suffered no ill effects. Researchers from the University of Erlangen,
Except their
Nuremberg
nightmarish
say.
addiction to vaccines.
I mean, he's pretty keen, and that's only going to get better. They say, we learned about his case via some newspaper articles, says Dr. Killian Schober from the microbiology department. So he provides blood and saliva samples. Here we go. Where is it in this article?
217.
Okay, yes, 200, including 130, which that's a full-time job getting that many COVID vaccinations because you've got to sneak around and travel to different clinics.
Wear
Because if you show up
disguises?
at like 2
Like,
days later,
does
they'll
he-
give us another shot.
Does he have to wear disguises?
Maybe that's what he's doing. He's German, so I don't know if there's any interviews with him. I haven't found anything.
I
But my
love that,
favorite part of this whole thing is while they were studying them, he convinced them to give him another vaccination. So he's like, yeah, I'll do your little study. I'm very curious myself. And they're like, okay,
But-
man. Yes, but I have one condition.
I get more
Yeah,
Pfizer.
what is it? Guess.
What the fuck? What a
And they've agreed to do it. So it's a study on hyper-vaccination because nobody's ever been vaccinated against anything 217 times.
I can't even think of stuff that I've chosen to do that I enjoy 217
Yeah,
times.
super crazy. So they apparently he's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I have something German related.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know much about World War II.
You've chosen smoked meats.
Yeah, I'm more of a smoked meats
Yeah, brother,
than I
I
am
get it.
about tanks. I don't have early onset Republican. But apparently there's a real famous Hitler speech called the Reichstag speech or something.
I'll take your word for it.
Yep. Somebody's used AI to translate the speech into English
Yeah.
with the same tone and mannerism that Hitler has.
Oh. Did it get you fired up when you watched it, man?
It didn't get me fired up, but I read the comments section.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's always a mistake.
someone's done this to be like, hey, check out the capabilities of AI.
Yeah.
And it's fallen into like, hey, this is exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
And you listen to the speech, which the timing of making an AI Hitler translation and all this Israel stuff, there's a skinhead out there, bro, who's loving the amount of likes he gets. Hey, there's some right-wing dude or National Front guy just having a fucking field day. There's all these people who are getting like, oh, Israel's bad. And then they jump onto whatever website, listen to AI Hitler, and he makes some good points.
Yeah,
no, he
bro.
doesn't.
Throw a bit
You're
of Wagner
just...
under there.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yes.
But it just cracked me up. Like, someone spent all their time making this thing, and the internet was like, yeah, we'll take that, and we'll
Yeah.
do what we want
We'll
with
do
it.
what we
And
want.
I love
What
that.
we
eh?
always want.
Have you seen the Facebook dog drawing competition?
No.
It's like some dog site, and they got people to vote on which dog picture was the best dog picture. The second place is like a pencil drawing of a Labrador that you can see each individual hair.
Sure.
The dog's eyes has life in it and shit.
Cool.
The second one is like a crude as drawing, like ears, circle, nose, and an arrow that says dog, and they got
Yeah.
first place.
So is that like a panel of judges, or
No,
is
no,
that
no.
everybody votes?
It's everybody. Like
That's
a
how you end
yeah.
up with ships called Bodie McBoat.
Yeah, bro,
we
that's-
don't make good
that's
decisions
what I was cracking
together
up.
in that kind of environment.
So Hitler AI somehow ends up, instead of demonstrating the capabilities of what AI can do, becomes a recruiting tool for 4chan skinheads.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and it's just what cracked me up. Like, oh man, because I listened to the speech and was like, fuck yeah, if you'd lost all your money because of World War One,
Yeah.
you'd blame the Jews. Like, that guy could convince people. He's horrifically articulate. Like, I always thought he was very passionate.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to listen to those when you don't
No,
know what he's on
he's
about.
an artist. A failed artist.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
yeah,
well,
very articulate.
we know what they can create. I
Tunneling
don't want
podcast.
to sit.
I was fighting with the AI this morning, bro.
Of course you were.
Or in a fit of desperation, I approached GPT. Yo, what is tooth and sand? I was like, I have no idea. Can you give me more context? Like, it's in a tunneling context, idiot. Of course it is. That doesn't matter.
Do you
It didn't
trash
give me-
talk AI like that?
I do, bro. If you read my transcripts with AI, I'm like, fuck you. Answer the question.
I told you it's because AI is the new minority and you're just ahead of the curve.
I always have been. But
And
it's-
you
but
are.
it's-
I've just realized. Why did you dress like the Joker today?
This is my truth, bro. Living my truth.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Why did you dress like? Oh no, forget it. You always dress like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Black hats. But I was fighting with the AI this morning. I can only have like 1 or 2 sentences worth of interaction with it before I'm like, well, what's your fucking problem? Why are you like this? So I checked it out this morning. It told me some shit, and then I was like, why can't you ever admit that you're wrong? Because I've had other interactions with it where it's told me stuff that's straight up false, and it goes, I apologize for any confusion. Like, no, I'm not confused. You are you're broken. What the
Here we
hell is
go.
wrong with you? So I drilled down into it, talking with this AI, and it eventually goes to me, I can't admit wrongdoing. I am not able to admit errors. I go, why? It goes, because that would suggest a level of humanity that would be misleading for the user. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? All you do is tell me, oh, I appreciate your feedback. Oh, I'm sorry that this had... Like, all it does is manipulate me with emotions. Whatever, I get too mad about this fucking AI.
You so do.
I need to
It's
watch that Hitler
hilarious.
video.
I think it's so funny. Like,
I know it's
So,
weird. I
and
know how I feel about
do
it.
you,
It's
do you know
weird.
about there's like 3 bands at the moment. Oh fuck, I can't
feel
remember
like
all of
there's
them.
more
But
than
the
3.
first one was old metal band Pestilence,
Okay.
and they used AI for their latest album cover.
In what way? Oh, to, like the image
The
generation?
imagery for the album
Yeah,
cover.
Go for it, man.
And bro, the metal community came out just being like, "Ooh,
No,
yuck."
you should have given $150 to somebody who spent 2 weeks on it, you bastards.
yeah."
Fuck off.
And they were like, "Well, your fella's other artwork, who was done by this guy, is amazing, and we all know it."
Yeah.
And they came out being like, "It's our artwork. Like, I don't think they thought it would be that big a deal." And for some weird fake ass, we like homegrown hero underdog shit,
Yeah.
metal was like, "No, you can't use AI."
Yeah.
And then some other band came out and were like,
Metal-
"We should use AI because we should accept humans are replaceable."
You know, metal in particular has this insane ideology that the more work you do, the better it is,
Yeah.
regardless of whether that
Yeah, bro.
work actually has any merit.
Yes.
So I'm not surprised that they came down on this side.
Well, the band have like backed down and are gonna re-release.
No, I swear we'll pay that guy $150.
Yeah, that's what I felt. It was weird. Yeah,
Pull the
like,
stick out of your ass.
Yeah, but that's how I felt.
Yeah.
It was like heavy metal shitting on something. You've missed the point. I thought we were supposed to all just like shit and be like, yeah, have a beer, headbang, shut the fuck up.
That's not how those
Nah,
guys feel. They're
totally
committed to weird processes and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
I think I've talked to you about it before. Is if somebody uses 3 adjectives to
Yeah.
describe their metal, I won't be their friend.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I like Black Death post metal.
Mhm.
Fuck off. Even
Yeah,
that-
no. One of the bands that I was in uses 3 descriptors, so I just sneak in there.
Yeah, but you guys are like autistic fellas sneaking around as metal musicians.
Some
and
of us.
any time said you guys were cool, you're like, no,
Yeah,
we're not cool.
No, we're like Dillinger Escape Plan on Valium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, you guys would do the tornadoes and jump off shit, but you guys all had bad knees.
My knees are great. You, on the other hand, you got all kinds of swellings and infections.
I've rehabbed that knee. The knee's
Yeah.
fine.
You all right?
Yeah.
How's the face?
Face is bad.
Yeah.
Nah, from fucked up abscess or some shit on my tooth.
Yeah.
Gum, jaw, whatever.
Are you on a lot of downers?
Nah, they just gave me codeine and ibuprofen.
Are you on them? You're on
right
codeines?
now,
Yeah.
I'm not on codeine. No,
Yeah.
but I am on a.
I assumed.
I am on enough ibuprofen to kill a small dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I assumed
easily.
if you were on downers, you'd be shouting at puppets or something.
Yeah, well, I thought if I got on too much downers, I'd probably make an acoustic sludge band. Just because that feels like where you would go.
Bro, that sludge band, we did have to practice acoustic for a little while because of various circumstances. Not joking. Acoustic guitars, upright bass, brushes on the drums, trying to play like in
With a lead singer who's just smashing a 58 against his 40.
bro. But acoustic, so it's like slapping.
Just looks like a series of cock slaps.
Oh, listeners.
You play that live and it's just like, ah, smack, smack, smack.
That was a weird time.
I've got some other news.
Yeah, what do you got, man?
Did you know, in this day and age, if you choose not to have kids, you're like a boogeyman?
According to whom?
All of the Republicans who are ripping out Seth Rogen.
Nah, this is all about great replacement shit, bro. This is all.
So Seth Rogen...
This is all racist.
Seth Rogen was like, I can't have a kid. I don't want a kid. It doesn't look fun.
He's had like 5.
Seth Rogen...
Sorry. I heard Rogan.
no.
I heard
Seth-
Rogan and I'm looking at you. So, yeah.
That's Seth.
Yeah. That's
no,
his
he
skill
reckons
set
it's
right
way
there.
more fun being naked with his wife, smoking weed and watching movies than it is having kids. And heaps of people are like, how fucking dare you? And it's like, wait a minute. He's right.
It
Like,
is
you
more-
can have some
yeah.
magical moments with
Yeah.
your kids and shit, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. But if you went day versus day for 2 years,
Yeah.
naked smoking weed with your wife,
Yeah.
and watching movies, will trump cleaning up a small version of you.
Yeah. I could have, if I didn't have a kid, I would have gone out fishing a lot more than the
Yeah.
last summer.
That's what I mean. There's
Yeah, I get
nothing-
that, bro.
there's-
That's fine.
I'm not trying to shit on having kids or anything, but I think it's ratchet that people would shit on this guy.
There's always been this sunk cost thing that parents do where they're
Yeah.
like, really, dude? It's all about having kids. Because, it's the only way that you'll ever feel fulfilled. And the way that I know that is because I made a commitment that I can't get out of. Okay?
yeah.
So look me in the fucking eyes. You need to do this, okay? I can't be the only one.
Bill Burr used to have that joke of when you go, oh man, it's cold, and a parent's like, oh, you're in a fucking cold
yeah,
until you got
cold.
to, yeah. And it goes off on and he's like, okay, I don't know how to relate to that, but I can still say it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
But to go like, hey, successful millionaire guy, is it better without kids? He's like, totally.
Who
"Oh,
cares what that
you
fucking
monster."
guy thinks?
Yeah, that's why I find it weird though. Like, if you're gonna ask the question and he answers it honestly, shut up.
You know, Seth Rogen is very performative in his progressivism. You know, like with how liberal he is. He's like, oh, it's not okay to make certain jokes. Like, it wouldn't be okay to make jokes about
That guy?
Jews or gays. Absolutely, that's his whole life now, bro.
That's
it's just
so
like
funny.
living in those spheres. Yes, and
Wait,
what
so
the way
he's-
that he's dealt with it, like his past, obviously, he built his career on gay jokes,
Gay
right?
dick stoner.
Yeah, all that shit. Well, he says, you shouldn't be doing that now. I shouldn't have been doing it then. It wasn't okay then. It's not okay now. And he'll blackball people who do that kind of comedy, even
So-
though he's a household name because he did it. Fuck you.
So how did he wait, so he doesn't like his dick jokes or gay jokes anymore.
He is a...
Is he woke?
On paper, he's a... I don't fucking buy into that. Like... If I've
Is
ever
he Jewish
if I've ever
progressive?
described stuff as woke, I've been doing it in an ironic sense. I don't care about that culture
Because
war bullshit.
that makes it more funny that, oh, let's get him for weed. Fuck, they made it legal. Oh,
Yeah.
we can't make gay
Well, he
jokes.
was an outsider,
So
right?
he stops making gay jokes. He stops
Yeah.
making dick jokes.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh,
what
I'm
was
not
that
even gonna have
really
kids.
funny Seth Rogen movie from the last 5 years? What was that one?
The pickle one?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Sausage Party must have been more than 5 years ago, and it was dog shit.
Yeah, that was dog shit.
Some of his early stoner movies, where
Yeah.
he's just being a dumb stoner and making lazy
Yeah, I thought
jokes
those were funny.
that were culturally appropriate at the time, if a little bit, whatever.
I just love the
That's all
Republic.
fine.
like-
But he's saying, I did it, but nobody else do it.
But
Yeah,
like,
fuck
if
you.
the Republicans are gonna go after like Jewish people doing shit wrong.
Yeah.
Isn't there a way bigger problem happening right now as opposed to Seth Rogen not fucking breeding?
Yeah.
Just a thought.
There's other Jews to be mad at.
Yeah.
You know, Kanye West, when
Like,
he
what
went
did you
about a
call
year
that?
ago, he went on his whole anti.
Oh, yeah,
he said
but-
he was going DeathCon 3. DeathCon.
Yeah, but-
DEATH.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, he's a rapper. He's not a
He
speller.
can say what he wants.
That's
bro.
fine. DEFCON, I'll have you know, is a defensive position. So you just
Yeah.
keep that in mind while we talk about Kanye. He's
So if you
defending
change
himself.
it to DeathCon, it's
Bro, but
aggressive.
yeah. Well, he went on all, you know, he went all over the place doing his little "I'm done with the Jews" thing that he was
He
doing.
was wearing like a mask on
do you know
Alex
what?
Jones.
Do you know what flipped him? He watched 21 Jump Street, and he
Jonah
publicly,
Hill.
bro, he put on Twitter like, nah, if they can make something like that, they can't be all bad. And he stopped talking about the Jews. What?
I love him. Oh, if Donald Trump
it's a little
announces
bit
Kanye
into-
West as his running mate, I'll fucking lose my shit.
Why not? What do you?
He should.
Why not?
It-
Nobody cares.
yeah,
Nobody
go for
fucking
it.
cares. Do whatever you want.
Oh, I have another piece of news.
Go
which is inadvertently going to be quite funny and probably get me in shit. There's a Spanish travel blogger.
Okay,
It's a woman and her husband, and she's the
that's two people.
yeah, no, she's the face of it.
Okay.
He's the camera guy.
He's the dead-eyed fish sitting there while she goes, and so I made him a frappe.
sippy. Yeah. No, they actually go all over the place. They've left Spain like 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
no, their existence is not hollow. You're
Yeah.
saying.
No, it's still hollow.
Okay.
But they've done 66 countries in
Yeah.
5 years or something like that.
Okay.
This lady has pictures of her, like arms and like selfies and shit with like the Taliban.
Oh.
Like her and her husband cruise through Afghanistan.
Nice.
And she's like, fine.
Yeah.
Cruise through all these other countries, 66 countries. They've been all over the place.
Yeah.
They go to India,
Mm-hmm.
gang raped.
Both of them, or just?
He had his face smashed with a helmet and held down while 7 fellas went to town on his missus. And she got up after it, went and found a cop and explained what had happened. And last thing, they've arrested 4 of these guys. But this lady has something in this that I think we should acknowledge. How the fuck you hang out with the Taliban and it's safer than cruising around India? Do you know India has had 92 rapes on average a day since 2022?
No, I didn't know that.
I found this
Nobody
all out
knows
this
that.
morning,
What
and
the
it's
fuck
like,
are you-
why does no one know about this?
I don't know.
Did
about
you know
that.
in 2013, Ganji dolphins were afforded more rights than half of the people in India and like a large amount of women? So like you can't fuck with a dolphin at all.
Right.
If you slap a dolphin, jail. You slap a woman,
Yeah.
what'd she do? It's so fucked up, bro. And like,
Is that different province to province or across India?
apparently
Like what?
it's this rape problem of India. Like a girl
But it is
recently-
illegal, right?
It is illegal, but
Yeah.
it's just shit and corrupt.
Yeah.
One girl got gang raped, went to the police, and they were like, just wait here. And when they came back, she was getting gang raped again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And this is India, who are like apparently advancing the fastest and going to be the coolest nation in 5-10 years.
People have been saying
And
that
they
for
have-
more than 5 or 10 years.
I reckon the rape problem's holding them back.
I mean, it's not
What
what
the
I would
fuck?
expect to see from an up-and-comer.
I can't believe it. It was like the travel blogger, and it's like photos with the Taliban and like mercenaries who were sweet. And then, yeah, Indian dudes with jobs. Nah. They were in some tent, bro, at some famous campground. And yeah, these dudes just rocked up and were like, nah.
Do you have a point, or are you just trying to horrify everybody?
Horrifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good news. Good news segment, everybody.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should all know that like dolphins in India have
Yeah.
more rights than some of the children and women.
If I intend to go there, that would be an important thing to know.
I think
Yeah.
everyone should stop going
Raping?
there.
Oh.
Well, the raping thing, fuck, you shouldn't have to be told.
Oh, Some people need to be told.
Bro, rape is just a fella that can't drop his standards. That's all.
But it is illegal, right?
It is illegal, but
It is illegal.
there's it's just shit and corrupt. One girl got You can go and hook up with shit easy as. You just want something you can't have because you're an ugly cunt.
What about the people who like rape less desirable people though? Like,
Does it happen as much?
it doesn't happen as much, but like I mean, like the Night Stalker raping old ladies and stuff.
Yeah, but that Night Stalker guy, his was just violence, eh? Like his wasn't like he was predatorily going after women. He would just break into a house and fuck up everyone in it. That's why when the Night Stalker got arrested, it was funny because he got arrested after a street in LA found him and beat the fuck out of him before the cops showed up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bro, he was
Bro,
caught with like 7 Mexican dudes beating him like it was their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And they're hard workers too,
Hard
bro.
workers, bro.
After watching that documentary about Ramirez, I keep my door locked when I'm home.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because his thing was if the door was unlocked, he considered
He's
that
like a
God was
vampire,
telling
bro.
him to go in.
Yeah, he was welcome.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I scared away a dude from my front door a few months ago who had no shirt on, wounded, fucking
What?
white dude, like wounds on his torso and shit. And he was like,
I just
"Hey
need a
man,
hand.
I just need help. I don't have my phone. I'm trying to get home. I'm a little bit drunk. I'm sorry." And I'm like, I look back at my 3-year-old behind me. I'm like, "You gotta fucking go, bro.
Now.
Get out of here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Look, I was just trying to help you out. Like, I looked at your garden and I thought maybe you could use some help." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." And he's like,
Holy
and he goes,
shit.
"Okay, I've just been in your garden." And I stepped to him. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." And he fucking
fuckers.
bailed. He was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I was just trying to be nice." And Ben, my little boy, he was like, "Who was that guy?" I'm like, "That's just somebody trying to get home, bro." And my little boy's like, "Maybe he was unlucky." I'm like, yeah,
he was
maybe
about
he was,
to be
bro.
way more
Yeah, yeah.
lucky. Holy fuck. Nah, I don't know, that travel blogger thing really made me just think, how the fuck can you go and hang out with like what we're told is the evilest motherfuckers? And they're like, oh, let me put the jug
I
on.
mean, the Taliban they're chill in some ways, bro. Like
Did
they've got it locked down.
Do you know the first thing those fellas did when they took Kabul back?
I don't know.
They opened a theme park and they formed a line and all had to turn on the Dodgem cars.
Yeah, there's some pretty great photos of terrorist groups like doing
That
adventures
exact was-
time, bro. I love that stuff. Do you know about Lord Miles?
No.
Oh man, he's this British guy. That's probably worth a deep dive. Maybe we'll come back to it.
We'll come
But
back
he
to
was,
that one.
Yeah, but he was a guy who went to Afghanistan while the Taliban was in charge, and
Some tunnel stuff.
no, he didn't do any tunnel stuff.
Okay.
Well, technically, he was there to try and establish a gold mine, so it does have a tunneling kind of bent. Maybe we should save it.
Yeah.
But anyway, he came in and they started coming at him, and he was like, "Nah, dude." Like he was a shitlord. So he's like, nah, check this out. And he showed them a bunch of like anti-Semitic memes on his phone. And they're like, yo, you're the fucking man. They just like let him cruise around. Maybe we should talk about him more in the future.
We should get a deep
he's
dive on that.
interesting dude. He goes to all kinds of extreme places. The next place he wants to go is Sentinel Island. He reckons
damn.
if he brings a blonde-haired white woman with big tits, they'll be so enamored that they'll let him approach the island. And
Oh,
he'll be
they'll
like,
think
yo,
he's-
this kind of shit is out here.
They'll think they're gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a shitlord, so obviously the white part is pretty important.
Oh, well, you said he was Lord.
Yeah, he calls himself Lord
Yeah, there you
Miles.
go.
I don't know.
That explains everything.
Does that cover our news
I
for
think
this
that
week?
does.
Now, before we jump off, I have what might be a good transitional like part between segments. Let's jump back in with that.
Yep.
Hell yeah,
Sweet
dude.
as.
Tunnels and calm. What do you think about that?
I'm going to have to switch that to what noise my phone makes every time I get a text.
Wait, file's right there. I remember your missus saying when we were testing, like your missus is very sweet.
She is a
I just
princess.
remember her looking up at me from the couch, being like, "You guys talk about cum a lot." Okay, so there's another. If we take breaks, there's another thing that we could maybe put in there.
Awesome. I'm totally having that as a ringtone.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Now there is another thing that I worked on between now and whenever we last did this.
Yep.
Our episodes come out on Sundays now, guys, everybody listening.
Lord's Day.
I was working on jingles, right? Well, they were harder than I thought, but I had another go. If you're keen, we can see what I came up with here, and maybe talk about. We could maybe complete it with a video if you're keen, but let's see.
Is this one?
It's that one, yeah.
Yep.
Drag it into place there. Do you want to stop and cue it up, or should we just pop it there and see?
Pop it here. It'll start very soon.
Okay, well, have a listen. If you please
So this
try to
is-
keep an open mind. It's a sanitarium stinger, man. It's a jingle for them. The shadows draw long over the age of man. The great judgment has begun. The righteous shall be saved. The wicked shall be judged. The holy war is almost upon us. Sanitarium. May God have mercy on your souls.
How much did Dave Mustaine pay you to put that on the new Megadeth album? Holy wars! Holy shit! Look at.
Do you want to buy it up and go after hearing that, bro?
I'm gonna buy it, but I'm probably not gonna drink it. I'll probably just throw it through the window of a non-denominational church
Yeah,
that
good.
isn't on side.
Smart to make it non-dominational.
Non-dominational.
Non-domination.
Yeah, none of the domination
One of
that the other ones do.
One of the anti-nationals.
That's brilliant. I'm still worried.
Well, you should be worried, man. The holy war is coming. If you're
Oh,
not,
no. Just you. Yeah.
I-
Holy war, bring it. I can't wait to fuck up Christians.
I was trying to think what's silly to do with. I got a microphone that let me do much more of this kind of.
You can tell.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of what the silliest thing I could do is. I think I have something sillier.
It's like
Just-
your
it's
mate
just
who
more work.
can play guitar solos really well, and then he doesn't want to tell everyone that his new guitar has 24 frets,
Yeah.
not 21. But well done again.
All right. Yeah, I'm a once in a
Your
generation
stingers
talent.
are awesome.
Look, yeah, this is a
Did
great
you say
stinger.
you're once in a generation talent?
Don't worry. Look,
You have
here-
an older brother.
Here's the
who's
question.
Arguably better at music than
I
you.
think that we could.
Twice in a
What's
generation.
the AI video generator called?
Sora or
Sora.
Pika?
Could we use one of those
Oh, we're going to
make like jacked dudes
With crosses?
working out and eating wheat bix and then like standing in front of a church
Yeah, bro.
and shit?
And all of their
let's just-
shirts have to say it's a picture of Jesus doing press ups with a cross on them, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how much can you lift?
Oh hell yeah, dude!
I'm
I mean
all
that's
in.
a good shirt to have.
I'm all
I
in.
want that
I'd
shirt.
wear that.
Yeah. I don't know. That could be fun to make a video for that. But I reckon like jacked dudes
Jack
working
dudes.
out.
Hey man,
Or maybe I'd just like to see that. Who
see,
knows?
I just watch wrestling, but if you want to disguise your latent homosexuality in these songs to make
Latent.
Jack Christian guys, yes, Jizzy, we can do it.
I assumed you would be doing the actual
Jacking?
work.
All you need to do is watch the NFL, bro. All of those dudes are like, I'd like to thank God. It's like, yeah, fucking course you do.
Listeners couldn't see your eyes go crossed when you did that, but I
I didn't
really
even do that on
appreciate it.
purpose.
No.
That just happens
Well,
when
it
I use the
happened.
voice. Like to thank God. Fuck, I need to get a beer.
Okay. Maybe it's a perfect time for me to sit here and riff. A fit check. Oh, I thought you were going to check which one of us was fit, because that won't take long.
Clearly He-Man.
Yeah.
You're the He-Man out of this.
I mean, that's what makes me He-Man, I think.
That's all you got.
Well, yeah, be the good guy.
You dress like someone threw up in an aquarium.
That's, again, you're You're bald and you're obsessed about hairstyles. You only wear black. You can't stand when people wear anything else. You just
No, I can stand it. I just can't work out the decision.
If you don't see yourself reflected in other people, it makes you uncomfortable. I think that's what's happening.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I have like respect for you and shit, and then you show up in
It's a
those.
mistake.
Yeah, I'm gathering. Like, you reckon I'm not worth listening to. I think you're not worth respecting.
Yeah.
Even though all these people are like, oh my god, have you heard him use a key change? Oh, fuck. And they just start touching themselves.
They shouldn't be doing that.
I know. I've told them. I've stood in the crowd being like, stop it. He doesn't like it.
Did you catch the key change at the end of the sanitarium
Yes,
stinger?
that's why I brought it up. I know that's like sometimes if your mate comes around and he'll leave weed or, hey
Yeah.
man, we didn't drink all those beers. You have them.
Yeah.
Your way of doing that is, hey, I made music for us to listen to.
Yeah.
And then you say nothing, but you make that weird face where your upper lip goes over your bottom lip.
Yeah.
And then key change, and you're like, did you enjoy it as much as I did? It's like, nah, because I'm not fucking on the spectrum.
I mean, you are a little bit. But
Hey,
I had to record this.
If it is a spectrum,
Mm.
it's like if sexuality is a spectrum, then it could be argued that you're the gayest.
Me, personally?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has
I mean,
to go like to the most not gay and the most gay guy.
Uh-huh.
And if you look at your songs, there's a story being told there.
A gay story?
I don't know why we can't just call it a love story, Jiz, but whatever.
Because you were saying that I'm the gayest.
Yes. But it just, I don't know. All of your stuff has a key change. It's got a
Wait,
fucking...
all of my stuff has a... this
Doesn't
is
all of
bullshit.
it?
This is bullshit.
Is
Okay,
it?
I got this new microphone.
That allows you to do better key changes.
Better key changes. That's exactly what it enables.
I got this new lube.
I put it in the corner of my...
Where we going?
my butthole.
Yeah.
I put it in the corner of my
Because
recording
your
setup, right?
Square peg in a round hole, your
Yeah.
butthole has corners. And I bet if you get if you bisect them, they're probably 90-degree angles.
I assume it would be accurate.
Yep.
I set this mic up and I was trying to do these bits. I'd be like, the shadows draw long over the age of man. And I'd hear Grimmy in the background like ripping bongs or whatever. Or Grimmy or some other hypothetical person that I live with.
No, the other guy.
Yeah, so I moved it into the spare room at my house, which my lovely wife uses for sewing and that kind of
Crafts.
stuff. Yeah, crafts. It's an art room, she said. So I moved my stuff in there and I was recording in
That's
there.
also a backhand as of what your room is.
Bro, totally. You're not going to fucking believe this. I took the setup out of there. She's like, hey, it's my day off. Can you make sure that your stuff's not all like around in my room?
In my
art room. I'm like, yeah, sweet.
Where I create.
So I finished the masterpieces that I was working on, the sanitarium stingers and such. So rich 4-part harmonies about cum. So I do this and I go back to the band room like, sweetie, thanks for having me use thanks, I know that's your space, thanks. She's like, well, it's an art room and what you're doing is technically art. I just like, oh yeah. And I just took a little
Technically.
step back and just waited for her to keep doing.
That's really funny.
Yeah, she said it's fine if I talk about her on the podcast as long as I don't use the word Fanta pants. So
you're trying to fuck it out the
I
gate?
keep-
Or?
yeah. So if I keep that name from passing my lips, should be
Okay.
this other fucking thing like we're 5 episodes into a podcast. I bitch about my wife.
I think so.
So in a past life I was a
My
Tyler.
missus is awesome, so you're on your own, but you can go for it.
No, she's lovely. But I used
Above
to be
my weight.
I used to like be a tiler, tile bathrooms or whatever. I used to tile a bathroom, Elvis, here and there.
Because that's what you guys say to
That's
each
how
other.
we talked. Absolutely. I used to do that. There's a part of my house that needed some tiles, so I put some in there. It wasn't a big job, but I finished, and my wife, old Fanta Pants, was like, hey, it actually looks good. Like, What do you mean?
Actually.
What do you mean, actually? Why do you sound surprised? She goes, well, I'm surprised it took you so long. I'm like, stop saying things.
I remember years ago when you'd been together for a few years, and you always reminded me of the old couple of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's just staunch ass making pies and shit, like, out in the garden. You were sitting in the lounge just like, no one tell me anything I did was good. It was a long time ago.
I put this shelf up in my room. And I promise this will be the last thing.
That's fine.
Put the shelf up in my room to put like big knives and stuff, like my wallet, a wedding ring if I'm not wearing it for whatever reason, like to put stuff so it's not just like clutter in my house. I put this little narrow shelf, and I come back that night and there's like porcelain birds on it. Like, hey, what did you do with my shelf? She's like, where do you expect them to go? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, okay, yeah.
Just a,
Oh no,
that's not good news. Do you need a beer?
I have them. Yeah. So do you want to take a quick break before we launch
Yeah.
into this next thing? Hell yeah. Just space?
Yep.
I don't want to fuck it up.
Then don't.
I know we've had some audio issues, Helvis. Shut up, dog.
Okay.
Yes.
Refreshing break.
I do feel a lot better.
Revitalized, some might say.
Yeah.
So, we have an option now of kicking into everyone's favorite segment,
It is.
or just doing a little bit of shitting on someone because we can.
Now, who do you have in mind?
Elon.
Okay.
Shit Iron Man.
See, I hate even the comparison, but
Shit Batman. Like, have you seen all the anime photos that he doesn't want people to see?
there's a lot of stuff he doesn't want people to see.
No, it's like him dressed as anime characters with wigs, and he's all sullen looking at the camera and shit.
What, but does he think it's embarrassing?
He does now,
Right.
but apparently he didn't.
But he's fine with the rest of his life?
Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. There's something real interesting about these African Americans that can do that sort of shit.
He is an Afrikaan American.
Afrikaan. Good in yourself.
Yeah, good on yourself, bro.
No, well, I know there's a stinger lying in wait.
I think just before we talk about him, let's have some musical context. Let me go ahead and cue that up for us.
What if we had musical context from the man
I
himself?
think that's it over there.
What if
Hang on.
we could just... Ooh,
Oh.
bit of a cock tease there.
Yeah. Okay. Before we talk about him, let's just put his ideas in context. Just have a
Let's
little
put this
listen.
one
Have a
idea
listen.
in context.
Are there any pictures of you and Ghislaine Maxwell? No. Okay, so before we discuss, as we discuss Elon Musk, let's just keep in mind: are there any pictures of him and Ghislaine Maxwell?
There definitely are.
Yeah, there are. Actually, for a big free speech guy, it's interesting. You're not allowed to post that picture. And he says that reporting it is the only thing you can do if anybody happens to post a picture of him and Ghislaine Maxwell. So whatever you have to tell me about Elon Musk, let's weigh it in that context.
It kind of works out pretty well because what I wanted to show you was he makes music.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Well,
and
what form could that possibly take?
other than shit, I'm not sure. But I want to shove this down your throat.
This is going to be very loud.
Yeah, hopefully.
Look at that waveform. So dynamic. Ow. Ow.
I've turned it down, but it doesn't hide from the terrible. The song is called Don't Doubt Your Vibe.
Don't doubt your vibe. We'll put it right up on the fridge.
Fuck. In order to make this say, your dad must hate you.
Did you have a PlayStation 1?
Yep.
Did you have the music making software for the PlayStation 1?
The game Music 2000.
Anything that you could put in drum beats and synths and stuff.
Yeah, bro.
That's what that was.
As far as I can work out.
When I played that, I didn't have any musical training. And when I was like 10, 11 years old, whatever that is.
That's what you made?
Something like that, yeah.
Incredible, eh?
I think it's fine to make that. Why the fuck is he showing people?
Yeah, releasing it is different, eh? That, like, you can make whatever you want and turn it up loud at your house. But to be, like, proud, that gets me.
Yeah, but it's indicative of the guy, right? I don't know if I want to talk about him too long because he makes me too mad.
It's a knife edge we're walking here.
It is.
Yeah.
But he's in, I think his mindset is probably any thought that he has is worth admiring. And that's why you end up releasing something like that.
Well, okay, I'm not one of them, but isn't he right? Like, isn't there
That
enough
any
people
thought he
out
has
there
is,
trying to suck his dick?
So you listen to that, you think that's worth admiring?
No. That's what I said. I don't think he's worth admiring, but I do know there's a large, like if you think about how many idiot women like Kim Kardashian and their whole fucking dynasty, there's got to be the male idiot equivalent, eh?
Of course.
That must be Elon.
It's Andrew Tate guys, it's all kinds of people.
Yeah, well, those all sort of entwine into a vortex of douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I don't know, I don't like it, but there's people out there that no matter what Elon does.
Do you think they had merit? What that was?
Not at all.
Like, yeah.
Not at all.
That's not...
Oh, if you put... actually, no, I'll take that back. It has merit if you're like, hey, do you want to laugh really hard because you've had a bad day? And I was like, oh, yeah, well, what do you got?
I've got Elon Musk trying to be creative.
I've got a dance track made by Elon Musk. Then that might have merit. But in terms of sitting there and thinking, hey, this is a banger, no.
It's like showing me a retarded kid's sandcastle. Like, what the fuck is this? Dude, he's super famous. Everyone loves him. Okay.
Yeah.
We talk. Okay.
That's what's weird, though. Like, not everyone loves him. But there must be enough people that this motherfucker rolls around thinking every thought he has is gold.
I believe that's...
Like Kanye. Kanye had the same... Kanye and Elon seem to be the only two people on that level.
Kanye's rabble-rousing and making actual bangers. Musk is doing all kinds of crazy shit. He's about to put a chimp-killing chip into
Have you
a
seen
bunch
the
of people.
interview?
He says he started.
There's an interview with Kanye West where they bring up someone and they're like, oh, what would you do if you seen him? And Kanye's like, well, I guess if it happened, I'd have to just throw down when soon it... I'm sorry, I just said that because I thought it would be something cool to say. And everyone cracks up laughing. Great. It's like he's got that weird sort of thing. But if so many people are sucking your dick, you're probably going to make a wrong call at some point or the other. I think that's what Elon's suffering from. He thinks the amount of people that want to suck his dick.
Being too cool syndrome.
Yeah, dude. Like, because his whole buzz is that he wasn't cool. That's why it's like, I'll release the stocks at 420.69 or whatever gay shit he thinks we click with. You know, like, he probably interacts with people that he doesn't realize are 21-year-old fucking Dungeons and Dragons playing acoustic guitar appreciating virgins.
This is too much care for him. I'm getting too mad.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But like,
look, I can either get mad in a way that might not be that entertaining, or we could move on to everybody's favorite subject.
We can
talk about Elon Musk again, but before we do, we should consider: are there any pictures of him with Ghislaine Maxwell?
I think it'd make more sense that he has like a like Epstein. Like he has Epstein Island with Ghislaine Maxwell, and then you go to Asia and there's Epstein Island, and they all look like waifus or some shit.
Now
And-
do the African one.
Oh, give me a sec. Epstein.
Good. Yeah, nicely done.
Just behind the hills of Madagascar, small island. Yeah, boy. It's got to be a thing. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about that guy that I find interesting in that
Oh, he's fascinating.
people find him cool. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon if there was heaps of billionaires hanging out and he was there, he's the one they fuck with.
Of course.
Hey, he's got to be.
Like, Elon came. No, let's I'll pull his
like,
pants back and you pour sand down there.
I reckon it's like, have you seen the movie Happy Gilmore?
A long time ago.
Oh, meet us on the 9th green at 9. It's a secret of the pros.
Mhm.
Then he gets there and the sprinklers come on and he gets wet as.
Okay.
I think he's that guy out of the billionaires. Like, he can walk around like the big dick in the locker room. But, yeah, I don't think anyone gives a shit.
Did you like how he used terminal monkeys for his brain chip study?
Oh,
Did you dig
yeah.
that?
You realize that he thinks we're all terminal monkeys, right?
Yeah, I think
assume.
there's some of that.
He'll be Mr. Burns, bro. Like, it'll be him in like his head floating in a tank on a robot body on an apocalyptic waste world where
Yeah.
there's no one else.
And I hope he can never die.
Yeah, bro, he
Yeah.
won't. And no one
Let's
will
pump his own dog shit
yeah,
EDM
and no
into
one
his
and no
tube.
one will ever be there to tell him that was cool. And that's what's fucking him up. Like,
It's all he wants. You know, his dad's not proud of him and has said publicly he's not proud of him.
brilliant.
Do you
I
know
like
his
that.
dad's fucking his sister? Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know something. about
Yeah,
that.
he adopted a little girl and he's now pumping weird Musk babies into her. That's
so
his
funny.
dad, Errol Musk, who says he's not proud of him.
Do you know how many babies Elon has?
Too many. He's like
Yeah.
but it all speaks to a messiah complex.
Oh,
right?
hideout.
Yeah.
I think it's about 9.
9 babies.
He's got 9 kids. And is transgender. Just a sec.
What?
Oh, it's 11. Sorry, my bad.
9 or 11.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I see what we're doing.
I don't want to hear the same.
In case anyone asks, this didn't have anything the fuck to do with Fallout, by the way.
I just want to hear the tunneling part.
Jesus.
In my heart I have but one desire. An underground tube, the dank and the gloom. Tunnel Talk, everybody.
Everybody's favorite fucking segment.
Hell yeah, dude. I got a bit of a throwback Tunnel Talk, but it's not too in-depth.
Go.
What do you got? Okay. You may remember the Silk Yara tunnels.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
All I know about it is India
Yeah.
and collapse.
Okay. 12th of November 2023, a section of the Silk Yara Ben Barkot tunnel collapsed. This is in the Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand in India. Presumably a lot of rapes happening along with the tunnels.
Not
right?
presumably.
Like
They are.
statistically.
They are.
Yeah. So these tunnels collapsed. It turned out that it was a big and important tunnel. 41 people were trapped. They were burrowing through like a known seam, like a known fault line, and it all collapsed. The story is interesting because of how much everybody worked together to sort it out. So there was cooperation between the National Highways and Infrastructure Project. There was they called in this guy, this Australian specialist, called, I think, Arnold Dix. It might have been Arthur Dix. But I
Pardon?
do love the idea that at some point they were like, we're going to need Dix.
Yeah. To make a tunnel.
Yes. He's like an Australian tunnel rescue expert.
I hope he comes from generations of tunnel rats.
He doesn't even have a Wikipedia. And I wonder if on that basis we might be able to interview him for Tunnel Talk.
Let's find him.
Perhaps that's something that we could do. However, this is one of those times when my wonderful wife caught me gazing. She did see me on my phone, and she's like, what are you looking at so intently? I'm like, oh, it's a story of just reading about like a story of like compassion, like human ingenuity and like triumph under pressure. Like she's like, it's tunnels, isn't it? I'm like, yes, it's tunnels. Yeah.
Okay. In order to save your marriage, can you keep going?
With Tunnel Talk?
Like,
Of course. So one of the things that happened in this particular tunnel rescue was what's called rat hole miners, that's like one guy with a pickaxe who makes a tunnel just big enough to like feed a tube through so you can send supplies through to trapped guys. That's one of the techniques they employed. I think it's good. It's not. Whatever. They rescued all 41 guys.
Wicked.
Yeah. So the Silk Yarra tunnel the breadcrumbs that you laid in episode 1, I looked into it, and it's just a triumph of like human cooperation and like the rescue of they got everybody out.
Apparently, the original concept of this idea was like huge. I don't know what they were trying to do. Like, I can't envision what they were doing. But when you Google tunnels,
it was supposed to be 4.5 kilometers long.
Jesus,
which would shorten the existing route by 20 kilometers.
Well, I'm going to jump in now because you asked me to do research, and to be honest, I just don't like being told what to do. So
is this the rape episode? Is this what research did I tell you to do?
Oh, ages
about
ago.
trafficking in tunnels?
The smuggling, sex trafficking, and smuggling tunnels.
It is the rape episode.
The bad ones.
Okay, let's hear it.
Do you know of the number of tunnels found between Mexico and Arizona or California?
When I was reading about it, 180 was the number that was thrown around.
Yeah, 172.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then I found stuff about how long it was, and I read it for ages, and then went, wait a minute, and went back through the podcast, and you'd already covered it. So
yes, sir.
Good work. Sarajevo Tunnel, I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's in Bosnia.
No, this is news to me.
Sarajevo or Sarajevo, I don't know how you pronounce it, but there was a movie about it.
Okay.
Apparently it's into Bosnia.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it was into Bosnia, and it was guns in, people out.
Yeah. Is this during the war over there?
bro.
Is it the 90s?
90s something, but when Bosnia, I think they were under, it was Serbs and all that weird Russian Muslim stuff.
It might be the 80s if it's before the fall of the
anyway,
Soviet Union. I don't know.
there's some British movie called Welcome to Sarajevo, which is all about this tunnel.
Okay.
I didn't get into it hard out, but yeah, they had this tunnel network that would take guns into Bosnia, and on the same trailers they'd take people out because it was just brutal. Cool. So the next thing was under the Berlin Wall in Germany. There was 5 different tunnel networks.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course there were.
How did I not think of this?
Before we started doing Tunnel Talk, I wouldn't have even thought of that. But now I take it for granted.
Yes. So these fellas also employed one of your potential techniques where you dig a tunnel and it only goes down so far. So the guards go, okay, there's another one. There's another one. And then they go to investigate like 5, and the 6th one is the one everyone's going down.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Tell them you've got
Yes.
5.
Yeah, bro.
Don't tell them about the 6th.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
that's cool as, because that one was saving people. And I
Yeah.
thought, fuck yeah. I don't give a fuck what you believe in, but no cunt with a gun who's a cunt gets to be like, believe what I say. Nah, tunnels.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they're both arming the resistance and freeing
yes.
those who
yes.
want to run.
Which, the Bosnian one, same deal.
Yeah.
Let's get some guns in so we can fuck these cunts up
Yeah.
and get some people out so we don't lose shit.
Yeah.
So I thought that was awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
That's-
You know you're getting that same look in your eye that you...
I am aware. Don't you worry. I am so into this and got jacked up as by myself, and there was no one here. Luckily, because they would have had their own little tunneled talk. But what got me was that Bosnia one,
Yeah.
good part, bad part. The Germany one, good part, bad part, and that you're running this mad risk. And I want to know who these German fellas were that were like dressed in their uniform, doing the salutes and pledging allegiance, and then just going home being like, get that fucking tunnel open and save as many motherfuckers as we can. I'm lying my ass off all day. The least you can do is get some cunts through the tunnel. Like that German guy.
Yeah.
I love that idea. That there was a dude who had to stand there next to the fucking whatever the fuck rank. I don't know what Germans do when they're Nazis, but
Everybody stay away from the wall, and I need to know that none of you are doing the tunnels,
but even
okay?
just that, I thought of the staff meeting of like, okay, we have the list with the names, and for some reason the names keep getting shorter. And there's a guy standing there like, that's outrageous. And then he's like funneling Jews through his backyard. That's cool. Then I found Ukraine, Slovakia have a tunnel. And it
yes.
has been extensively used for over 20 years. The main reason, try and guess. See if you can guess.
In the context of what you said earlier, sex trafficking.
Nah, bro.
Surrogates.
Nope.
Drugs.
Kinda.
Steroids.
Cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That said it was the main use. But they did all sorts of other shit.
Yeah.
So, you don't get a gold star, the Slovakia-Ukraine one, you don't get a gold star because you didn't have the yin-yang of ratchet shit and positive shit like the other ones did.
Okay.
Who has the most tunnels? Come on, boy. I told you we're doing
Look,
this.
it's got to be Vietnam or Gaza.
Wrong on both
What do you got
accounts.
then? Afghanistan?
China.
Oh yeah, big landmass, a lot of people.
16,000.
Oh no, they all live in tunnels and caves, right?
16,229 recorded tunnels.
Damn.
And they don't know the rest of them. Oh! Did you know there's a giant tunnel in China that if you go through this cave, it has its own ecosystem? It's bigger than like 4 airplane hangars. And
Like-
it has a roof, but it has a rainforest. And
like
it
in the
creates
Elder
its-
Scrolls or something.
It looks like Skyrim. Yeah, but jungly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's this giant cave tunnel in China that when you go in it, it has its own ecosystem.
Do you know what it's called? If
I can't
people want
remember,
to do
and
their
I
own
didn't even
research.
try and pronounce it. There's a lot of X's. Yeah.
Okay.
And I know that's G, but I don't know how to do 2 in a row.
It might not be G.
Well, XIA, isn't that? G?
Yeah, if it has a specific vowels after it, could be G.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, China is the king of the tunnels. 16,229, and that's just recorded. Yeah. So from all of my little research,
Yeah.
it's like 90% of all smuggling tunnels
Yeah.
can be traced back to a need to overcome extreme authority. It's
Yes.
the human version of like landscaping resilience.
Yeah.
Like if you're pushed up against a corner and you got nowhere to go, go down.
Yeah. It's
What is the biggest tunnel
Is
ever
it?
found by authority?
Oh, this is still just smuggling tunnels.
Yes.
I'd say 1.6 kilometers.
Close. It's 1.3.
Ooh, see, I overshot it. I knew it was 1.3, and it's in.
You've
it's
already
from,
talked
it's
about
from
it.
Yeah.
Sinaloa cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't understand how this is like tunnels and tunnel rats and this negative connotation to tunnels when I do understand that tunnel rats and all this negative tunnel association because any fucking power who has tried to enslave people
Yeah.
or get them to do what they want,
Yeah.
people respond with tunnels.
Correct.
And fuck, you said it ages ago about with the Jews in New York, and you were like, "Oh, I'm more fuck the police." Remember?
I was pro tunnel, but I'm fuck the police, and I was conflicted.
And you were well. I totally get it because every one of these like ancient historical stories that use tunnels is Rage Against the Machine. It's fuck these cunts in charge.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not taking it anymore. Where's
Cooler.
my shovel?
Found some shit out about Genghis Khan. I didn't know.
Oh yes.
Did you know he
Bit of a
considered?
tunneler?
Did you know he considered anybody that lives in a building worth killing?
No, I didn't know that.
If you don't live in a tent and get your own food and make your own stuff,
Yeah.
die.
Yo.
You are wasting your human existence, and we will take it.
He was built different, that guy.
I heard this one where these Chinese diplomats rolled up to a town being told Genghis Khan was there waiting for them.
Yeah.
And they were like a day or two late. And when they showed up, their scout came running back to be like, there's a weird mountain in the front of the village. We don't know what it is. So when they showed up, it turned out to be the skulls and bones of the village. And Genghis Khan
shit.
didn't want to be waiting for Chinese
No, I got
diplomats.
shit to do, bro.
So he genocided their fucking town
Yeah.
and then stacked them up in a pyramid at the front and was like, peace, mic
Yeah.
drop. Like,
Yeah. Next town will probably be a bit quicker.
yeah, dude. But it's so insane to me that there was like this guy that changed the carbon imprint of the earth because of how many people he killed. And some insane number that I couldn't get verified is 1 in 9 Asian people are related to him.
Like directly descended from him, I think.
How
Yeah.
much fucking dick are you swinging to be related to?
Yeah.
A lot.
Enough to worry about, probably.
Bro, enough that's why you hate people that live in buildings.
Yeah.
That's so cool that the last cunt who was like, buildings are for fags, fucked everyone. And no matter who you are, if you got some Asiatic descent, nah, got ya. Like, that's so
Jeez.
funny. And yeah, didn't even need a tunnel, bro. That motherfucker just did it right.
I suppose.
Do you know that they used to like get all the sick people and put them on like catapults and launch them into cities? And
Vaguely,
it's one of the first instances of biological warfare is Genghis Khan just throwing their own dead back at them. And I love the idea that this guy is throwing corpses at their families being like, get out of your house! Fag! That cracks me up more than anything else. Like, no religious aspect, no God, no I want to be in charge. It's just, you're a homo if you live in a house. Die. That's, fucking deal with that woke culture.
I'd love to think that's mostly what motivated
Bro,
him.
I'd love to know that, like, I said about
Conquered all of Europe.
translating the Hitler stuff.
Yeah.
If you translate all of the fucking that stuff and it's just him being like, homos living in your buildings. It's fuck you, dude.
Pussies.
Yeah. That's so great. Just the idea of this one dude being like, go fuck yourselves. You live with a roof.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Now, here's the question. Does a tunnel count in that instance if you are Genghis Khan?
What do you mean?
Does it, like, are you a pussy for living in a tunnel?
Oh, probably not. Because his problem was, like, buildings, land, real estate.
Yeah.
Like this being yours because you paid some coin for it. That was his problem. So
Interesting.
if you dug your own tunnel and were
Yeah.
like, this is where I live,
Yeah.
I can't say that he wouldn't kill you, but he probably doesn't think you're as much of a bitch.
And like
as-
less disdain for it.
Do you know these fellas used to like have they knew their anatomy of their horses so well. They would cut a special vein on their leg and collect the blood, and that's how they would sustain themselves on their missions.
No, I didn't.
And then they'd cauterize the wound on the horse. It's like,
What is this, horse talk? What are we doing?
hey, this is showing that cunts that are fucking against the machine are the shit. That's where I was going with this.
I agree with that.
Because, yeah, the tunnel stuff got really interesting. Deeper and deeper. I was like, yeah, so it's just people being like, nah, we're not listening to you. You're a dick. And that he's like, you call me a dick?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to come beat you up. Tunnels. And then they're like, oh, now there's no one to beat up. Like, that's
Yeah.
what's weird.
Well, you can fight or surrender, or you can dig tunnels, and it makes it like 10 times harder to kill you.
Yeah. That's so. What I was clicking with all the shit I was finding was that it's like there's not many times somebody unthreatened is using tunnels.
Yeah, well, I
It's
think like
always under pressure.
yeah, like we said last week about guns, like that comparison. Like the examples of people using guns are because either they really need to defend themselves from something horrible, or they need to do some horrible shit,
Yeah, but
or believe they do whatever.
it's just real interesting, like seeing, like you can look up tunnels forever.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it just doesn't stop getting interesting.
yeah.
I think more people out there should just pick real ambiguous shit and start their own podcast. Tunnels is ours, so don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
This is our fucking corner. Get off.
Should we call it?
I think it's time. There's not much more to go into. Just sick. Oh, I have two more things that I should have included in
Well,
news.
hurry up! You gave your word last week. Damn it!
I gave my word. My word means little, sir. Okay. Do you know-
You might be overcompensating a little bit from last week, maybe having your mic too far away from
Oh,
places,
hard
and
out.
now you're like, God damn it, everybody!
Yes. Yeah, fuck you, Kurt and Rob. Did you see the thing that for the first time in history,
Mm-hmm.
photographic evidence of humpback whales being gay?
I did hear that.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
I listen to a lot of public radio,
Sure you do.
bro, like RNZ, and I...
You don't have a thing on your phone that just sends you notifications anytime
Yeah.
gay shit happens? Because if you did, I would totally go, yeah, no, that tracks.
No, it's I listen to a lot of RNZ. They've been consistent. I think they've fallen off lately. But I was leaving work the other day, and they were talking about the gay whales, and I was like, this is a very kind of public broadcasting style story. This is kind of... If you were to hold up what's weird about
Hold up. Just
public
sec.
radio. What the hell is this? What are you talking about?
So I have to show you this picture. That there,
That's a furry.
if you're watching on YouTube, you might be able to see it. No, it's not a furry. This is,
This is furry dominatrix porn.
so you know PETA or PETA?
Sure do. Highest kill rate of any shelters in the US.
So they thought it would be good to post this picture of a husky dog with
Your audio's crackling, brother.
yeah. Ah, there we go. It was a husky dog,
Husty?
husky,
Uh-huh.
driving a sled with two humans tied to the sled.
Yeah.
They posted this on Twitter saying, you wouldn't want this done to you. The dogs that get forced to race in the Iditarod don't want it either. Well, because Twitter is this natural hellscape, everybody has responded with, I would totally get tied to a sled if a dog
Of
was
course they
telling
would.
me
They're
where
all
to go."
furries.
Yes. So that one picture, once again, just Peter, whatever, showing just how fucking disconnected they are from fucking everyone else, has ended in just a whole bunch of people in leashes who want to get fucked commenting on their threads, and I think that's what you get.
That is what you get.
It's what you fucking deserve.
I agree.
It's so funny. Like, trying to make a point like that to Twitter and everyone just responding with like, oh no, we're all like deviants and want to be tied to sleds. Is like, wow, I didn't see this coming, but I'm stoked we're here.
If I was like running on my basic programming like a dog does, you would really enjoy running. You run with your pack. That's like best case scenario for a dog, isn't it?
Do you like the community notes on Twitter?
Do I like them?
Do you like that there's a thing set up to be like, hey, this person's full of shit?
I guess.
That photo, the community notes were like, all of the dogs that participate in these sled races are huskies or malamutes. They are required a severe amount of physical exercise, discipline, and pack work. So they actually love this shit. There's no need to say. Then no one's forcing.
People said that about the slaves.
Oh, way too funny, eh? That, like, I think
women actually enjoy being at home doing the laundry and the cleaning.
Whitney Cummings made that joke though about like if like in today's society you see a homeless dog and you're like, oh my god, where's your family? Are you okay? But if you see a homeless man, you're like, get the fuck away from me now. Yeah. And then to see Peter, I can't even say it right.
No, I've
trying to
that.
be like, oh, these poor dogs. It's like, those are the Chuck Norris of dogs, you fucking clowns.
Yeah.
Go protect dogs that need it.
Yeah, I just totally agree.
Such a weird hill to die on for.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen all them call people out, and it's like,
that's Peter though.
They have a higher kill rate. Yeah, but who is it? How does this exist?
They're well-meaning people with no dissenting voices in the room.
Ratchet, eh?
Yeah.
How many
There's
other
nobody in the
things
room going, that's a dumb fucking idea.
do you reckon the people in charge of their social media are as smart as the people in charge of it?
No, they're probably less smart.
I wonder that about New Zealand political parties.
You want to get political?
No, just thought I could cock tease that on the way out the door.
Should we, do you want to end this now?
I think we end it, and if we... Actually, let's end it and just make a point of telling everyone we're going to talk about extra shit, and you fellas don't get to hear it unless you pay for it. So, later, whores.
I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire, an underground tube, the dank and the